Hello everybody, and welcome to Judge Mathas, and today on trial stands Mercenary Kings, a game by Tribute Games, the same people who brought you Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the arcade version of that game for Xbox Live and whatnot, and now they bring us Mercenary Kings. But first, let's address the name change. So, you probably noticed that new thumbnail and the new title. Indie Snapshot is going to be gone, being replaced with Mercenary Kings. Honestly, it's going to be the same format as Indie Snapshot was. The idea behind the name change, outside of Northern Lion and crew coming up with a hilarious pun on an awful American TV show, is that this is going to allow me to look at early access games, indie games, AAA games, all under one title, and not have to come up with a million different series to cover them all. So, with Judge Mathas, brings the ability to just have an efficient title. Whether you love the title or hate it, it doesn't really matter all that much because, again, the same format and what I'm doing in the show remains the same. So, let's play some Mercenary Kings. So what is Mercenary Kings? Well, it's a 2D action shooter. It's pretty simple in what it tries to do, and it's really kind of fun. Tribute Games has a pretty decent record in my opinion. The Scott Pilgrim game was really good. Pity it never came to PC. It's one of those games that I really would have loved to do and play. But Mercenary Kings is a love letter to old, Metal Slug style games. You're playing as a soldier, and the story is mostly forgettable. I've put about an hour and a half in the game in so far, and honestly, I don't know what the story is. It's kind of weird. But it brings enough modern mechanics and modern changes to the game to not just be Metal Slug with different skins. Instead of, picking up weapons and power-ups depending on the character you're playing or the drops that have, the game actually gives you one gun, and you're allowed to modify it with supplies. As you play through the levels, in different levels, you collect supplies, and those supplies are put towards upgrades for your character, whether they be bionic upgrades, to give me such things as parachute pants. This is something I was able to pick up. Or weapon upgrades that, change your pistol into a machine gun or a shotgun. It really doesn't matter. So we can take a look. I believe it's her. Yep, here it is. We can take a look at our weapon and we can customize it. And here's the weapon customization. There's actually a very good and decent amount of customization in the game. You can change the receiver to what kind of receiver you have. We have all kinds of different things we can do. Right now we have the Bolt 45, pretty basic. We can change the barrel of the gun. As of right now, I have the stern rifle barrel. If we're going to want to do a save up for the stern rifle receiver, because the barrel, though, can hold more. I think what it does is it gives me, it gave me a better range and I think better accuracy and stuff, but a little bit less damage. It's good for that. We can change the magazine up a bit if we wanted to. We don't really change the magazine up too much. The sight when we eventually get them. The stock of the weapon, right now there's only a few choices there, and ammunition, the type of ammunition you want to use. Decent amount of customization, and it allows for your particular playstyle. I know a lot of friends of mine are playing with the shotgun style. I particularly enjoy rapid fire style. Over here we have somebody who allows us to build and install mods. These are things that change the way your character has. They're typically passive upgrades. For instance, we have this one. It ups my luck, makes your luck with this mod more chance of finding rare materials. Paratrooper, which is what I have right now, gives me parachute. Hoarder, essentially more materials, if I could get the word out of my mouth, and grants you the mysterious 6 taste. This is Chef, basically more health items, or health items do more. And then, of course, we have a shop that we can go to. We have a supply box in here that we can fill up our supplies with. So we can take a ration. We'll take a couple rations here. We'll take 2 rations for now for health, and we'll take a hand grenade. There we go. And you can buy other items with money that you end up earning from missions. So that's a good amount of customization in and of itself. The art style is gorgeous. It looks really great. It's that old, I don't want to say Neo Geo, but I think it was Neo Geo that Metal Slug was originally on. But the old arcade style of game that you can, it's very bright, it's vibrant, the animations are slick there's a lot of detail in the animations, and especially in combat, which we'll take a look at here. And the way it works is you have missions. So we can go to this guy here, we can talk to him, we can just get some random shit, or we can just take some missions. All levels of different types of missions are here. We're still in Recruit. I put an hour and a half in the game, we're still in Recruit. And there are different types of missions. So we can do like rescue missions, which is what this one was. This is another rescue mission. There's neutralize missions where we go into the level and kill a certain number of enemies. There's gathering missions where we go get a certain amount of items that the camp wants or needs. And then there's extermination missions, which we're actually going to take right now. Because I haven't done it. We're just taking out a threat, which I assume is like a boss. So we're going to go ahead and do that. It's in the jungle path. There's a time limit, 10 minutes, and there's an $800 reward. You're allowed to die 3 times before they end the mission on you. If you end up dying in 3 times, the game's over. Every time you do die, you end up losing money. So if we, say we only die once, we're still going to lose $100 to $200 off the reward. And money is very important for the shop and stuff. So there's a nice penalty there for dying outside of just setting you back to the start of the level every time. So we take a level, we go up to this guy. He's going to go ahead and take us to the mission. All the NPCs have pretty hilarious personalities. They're not massively important, but they do have personalities. At the beginning of every level, they're going to put you in front of this little healing factory here. Sometimes there's going to be secret boxes inside the healing area, which we do definitely want to grab, but our backpack is full for now. So the controls are pretty simple. I highly recommend using an Xbox 360 controller. It feels really easy. X shoots. It's a Gears of War style reload, so our bumper is going to reload. If you get it within the green, you're going to get super bullets. If you get it inside the yellow, you just reload faster. And if you get it in before or after that, you're going to reload slower, while if you just let it go, it'll do normal. It'll reload normally. Alright, so you're going to go through the level, and you're obviously going to be shooting the enemies. The enemies themselves have some awesome animations. The way they die depends on where you shoot them. Each enemy has typically 2 or 3 different death animations, depending on how you end up killing them. Usually the headshot works as a headshot is expected to. Their heads kind of blow up in a really gruesome, satisfying way with a really smooth animation. Again, I'm going to talk about the animation quality in this game, because if you're going to do this style of game, you need to make sure that the animation is going to be really, really good. Go ahead and kill him off. Yeah, they do respawn, so it's never just clear the level and move on. There is a respawn mechanic here. These guys are really annoying, but they usually drop supplies. And sometimes there'll be secondary secret supplies to collect. One level it was copper, another this one it's wood, obviously. So let's go ahead and kill him off. Yeah, so the animation variety for the enemies is really nice. I think it's varied in the way they die. It's not the same exact time, though it's not. There's not an incredible amount of each one. Let's go ahead and grab this. We got some brass there. I don't think we can kill that one. You do have unlimited ammo, so you're not worrying about the ammo of a gun. You're just kind of shooting away, and the reload is only like a passive bonus you can give your bullets. I have 6 shots per, but we can change up the build of the rifle to change that, obviously. If I do end up building a shotgun weapon, for instance, I only get 2 shots, and I believe you can shoot them at the same time. This guy right here is a dick. He will stab below. Yeah, there's really no way I could do that. But we have the secret wood now. We found it. There are wild animals that do drop certain supplies. Now, one of my bigger concerns, and again, this might only be because I put about an hour and a half into the game, is the level design. The level design is good. The actual design of the level themselves is very maze-like, which is fine. I think it works well. Actually, if I hit select, you can actually take a look at the maze, and you can move around with the right stick. And the levels are pretty big in size. When I talk about level design, what I'm talking about, looks like those are the threats we're looking to wipe out. When I talk about level design and what I'm worried about, it's the repetition. Every level I've seen so far is a variation on like a forest layout. And with a game like this, especially that has so many missions, there's a high chance that it could get repetitious or repetitive. Again, with me only being in the recruit, there's a good chance that as the story progresses, the level design themselves could very much change. Oop, we do have some snipers up there. And, what I could be saying is wrong. But this is all, obviously, this is a first impression show, and I've put some decent, time into it. I'm only talking about what I've seen. What? 6 out of 10? I don't know what the threat is here. But maybe it's like, oh, Jesus. Maybe it's not necessarily a certain type of enemy I'm looking for. Maybe it's just a certain number of special enemies or something. Yeah, it must be a certain number of special enemies. Or a certain number... Let's just go ahead and do this. We might want to use a... There we go. We're going to go ahead and use an item. So we can hit L bumper. We can change what we're going to use. We have rations here. A transceiver, which teleports us to the back of the beginning of the level, and a grenade. We're going to go ahead and use ration. Hit X to use it. We'll use 2 of them. And then we will switch back to the weapon. And actually, we found a bitch. I wonder if I could... No, I can't. I was hoping that we would maybe be able to like jump on her or kill her. I wasn't sure how many shots we had left. The combat is really tight, though. The mechanics really work. It's obviously pretty simple mechanics, but they work really, really well. Okay. We wiped out the threat. Interesting. I wonder... It's just like killing 13 things in general. I really... Ah, damn it. I want to see if I can get this stuff before we go. There we go. I was. Interesting. I kind of like the block of something. But we beat it all at once, so we got a $900, so we have $2,000 total. We're going to head back, which is good, and this should unlock some stuff. Classic Metal Gear Solid. Thanks for clearing those creeps out of here. Friend, we're friends now, right? As my new friend, you can come hang out with me in my hideout anytime you like. I'm going to use this to gather supplies and see if there's stuff we can use against Claw, which is the enemy. Lot of wonderful references, video game references, old school cartoon references. It's just full of it, which is awesome. Makes the game super fun. Let's head out and let's see what our supplies are looking, because I do want to buy. Let's go ahead and talk to her and see if we can upgrade our gun here. So we want to customize this to the stern rifle. So we're going to lose speed of shots. We're actually going to lose a lot. We're going to have higher accuracy, but that's going to be it. So if we go to the stern rifle, we're going to get, what is that? 10% is something else. Dependable for a hail of bullets. Let's go ahead and do that then. And we can go ahead and equip it. So as you can see, the gun will change. It has that paper doll effect that as you equip things, it does change the way it looks. So I have steel assault on, but what does stern rifle do? Let's go ahead and just go straight up stern rifle here. So we're going to have like the shotgun. So we have actually a lot of ammo we can use before we have to reload. So we're basically sacrificing damage for rapid fire, which is totally alright with me. Let's go ahead and see if we can customize anything else. So we want this one next, I think. Because the receiver needs to change next. So we'll go ahead and go to the next mission, see what mission's unlocked. Sound-wise, the game works really well. It has nice bit music, almost old style, can't make over. The snitch. This is a capture mission, so we're going to capture somebody. Let's go ahead and take it. Move out. Start mission. So the music's really good. I found the music to be a little bit repetitive, but honestly, I'm too focused on the game to really care all that much. The game sounds really good. What is he gonna say? Use a shock bomb to capture a weakened enemy. So we're doing Pokemon style capture. Interesting. All right, we have nothing. Okay, we need to use something here. So we're just gonna hold this grenade here. Let's go ahead and we have the gun, so this is going to be open. Let's take a look at the map. Usually there'll be an X on where I'm trying to go. There's a big friggin' skull instead, so let's go do that. Yeah, the music seems to be a little on the repetitive side, but the gun sounds really good. It's very, very nice sounding. Nice pop. When enemies die, when things get hit, it sounds pretty impactful. And the graphics that go along with it are really nice too, like the blood spurting out. And there's a nice minor shake with a couple flashes that just add that your gun is doing damage, which I do enjoy a whole bunch. I do wish there was a little bit more variety in the music, though. Okay, yeah, this gun does very little damage. I don't know if I actually like that. I might actually switch up. I can see why my friends maybe use a shotgun. But it looks like we need to go up here. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and reload. And we'll go ahead and zip line across. So where are we trying to go? Straight across. I'm a little bit nervous because of this guy. Alright, let's grab this. So it's like over here. Interesting. I don't see anything. Maybe over here instead? Rolling actually moves you a little bit faster, so if you want to roll, that's always a good idea. Alright, let's head up this way and see if we can catch him some way. These doors, the ones that aren't buildings, for instance, are actually like little portals around the level, which you can use. They lead to shortcuts, sometimes secrets. So always check them out if you can. Levels are big enough, too, where getting lost can be a problem, which is very old school. And that works actually pretty well because... Oh, can I take this? No. Because there's a lot... It gives you time to kind of explore and enjoy the level itself. I might... Yeah. He's still alive, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to like this gun too much. We might end up switching it. So let's go to rations and heal up just a little bit. Let's reload and try to get ourselves some special bullets. Okay. That's not what I meant to do. Which sucks, because it's going to end up respawning some of them, but sometimes it's just best to ignore an enemy if you can. Though this guy has the... he's guarding the rope that I need. And enemies are pretty smart, too. They have predictable patterns. You just have to learn what the enemy types do. Like, the snipers shoot very slowly. They will aim in the general direction you're in, but they do a lot of damage. While those guys with the rifles will will jump down after you and kind of attack you. Whoa. And this must be the boss who we're after. I like how he just disappears. I'm on him, so that worries me a little bit. I would like to get the hell... Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna die here. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing I could have done there. So we have to go back now. That sucks. They kind of did a cutscene right on me. But looks like this is gonna be the boss level to end the recruit stage of things. Wasn't too hard to get to. But again, with this weapon, we're actually gonna end up pumping a lot into him, and the boss fight's probably gonna get drawn out because of it. I usually like these types of weapons too, but not this time apparently. Just gonna ignore him. Let's keep on moving. But it's good to kind of get this this idea of exploration. It's weird that it has this kind of collectible nature. It's a nice little twist, though. It makes you want, force you to replay levels and do that exploration I was talking about to gather those materials and make better weapons. There's almost like an RPG element in that style, which I think is kind of cool. I like that a lot. I think it adds a lot to the game. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm hoping that as time goes on that there is some variety in the level design and enemy design too. I've seen the same kind of enemies throughout the majority of the game so far. Alright, so here we go. Okay, so that sucks. Okay, he's just gonna go ahead and do that. Alright. Can I just roll past him? Alright, that's lame. How am I supposed to... I'm curious how I'm supposed to do any damage there. But we can hit him in the back, which is good. What? Oh, he's gonna leave? Are you shitting me? Why can't I just follow him? That's weird. Okay, well, we're kinda out of rations, which sucks. So I hope that doesn't cause too much of a problem. Oh. Let's grab this iron, this is gonna be good. But overall, I mean, outside of the minor complaints that I have, this game is a lot of fun. I think it's $10 on Steam. It could be 20. I could be wrong. So I apologize if that's the case. But it's really fun. It's solid. There's obviously a lot to it. There's a lot of levels. The customization allows you to play the way you want to play. And it just looks and plays really well. And it's fun to play these games. I admit, it's not that I wasn't a Metal Slug fan. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna die here. Fucking Christ. It's not that I wasn't a Metal Slug fan back in the day. I just didn't have the equipment necessary to play Metal Slug. I never had a Super Nintendo. I never had... maybe he's over here. It looks like he can be in a multitude of different areas. I never had a Super Nintendo. I never had a Neo Geo, whatever it was that you could play it on initially. Are you serious right now? Alright, shotgun has to be the way it is. Alright, yeah, I'm getting my ass whooped. We might just abort mission and hopefully build a shotgun here. I don't know if we're going to be able to fight this guy. With the way... Oh, frickin' hell. Yeah, see how we get the penalty there? And it doesn't... Oh, what? I went up on that? Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, I can't hold down X. I wish there was actually a way with this particular build that I could hold down the X button and actually fire rapidly. Granted, there's a lot of bullets, and that's kind of where it comes from. But I do like the idea of holding down X, maybe. Oh, look at the accuracy on that. The more I fire, the less accurate it is, but I can kind of just do that and spray and pray in that regard, I guess. But the accuracy doesn't matter all that much, I think, because of, it's the enemies are kind of big enough where I don't see the accuracy mattering all so much. So if something's going to give me more power but less accuracy, I don't see the problem. Except for maybe like the couple of not even couple, the one tiny enemy I've come across so far. That little brown thing that jumps up and down like a crazy person and bites me. See in here? Yeah. Alright, well. Come on, jump. See, alright, I don't... Can you... Okay, so he's gonna do that. We'll get some reload in. Alright, if he gets close enough, I guess that's what he does. Alright, can I get him in this cycle? This'll work. He's not that hard if I can keep him in this cycle. Oh no! Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Alright, come on, buddy. Oh, are you serious? That's lame. And he's gonna leave. God damn it. So he was there. Let's go up and see if he went up. We have 7 minutes to kill him. Oh, are you kidding me? I guess it's the dangers of rolling. Oh, come on! Well, I think it's a good look at the game either way. You can see, obviously, how well it looks. It's a beautiful game. The sounds are nice, if a little bit repetitive. The customization is really cool. With that collectible RPG aspect thrown in, to customize it and to force you to go out and fight things. You know, it's almost, what's that game? To go, just get, this is, oh god, I'm having a mind blank. But you can go out and kill monsters, essentially, and kill them. And collect their bits and make better things. I think that's a good way to describe it. It's just generally a very solid game, and I think Tribute Games has a nice game on their hands. It's been out for a little while, but go check it out. The link to Steam will be below in the description. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think of the wonderful name change. At the very least, I love the thumbnail. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.